We're driving into the, I guess it's called Togue Gate, and we're just a few miles away. We're starting to get some pretty good views as to Katahdin. It's a gorgeous day. We were both talking, if we had spent the night last night, we'd have been really tempted to try to summit, even though it probably would have been a bad life choice, but we'll see what happens. But there it is. We have been driving in from the gate. The ranger was super nice, and she told us we could park at Katahdin Stream campground area and go hike whatever we want to hike on the AT. We can't check into the lean-to until 1, which is fine, but apparently parking over at Katahdin Stream won't be a problem, so that's good, because otherwise we would have had to walk 2 miles just to get to the AT. It's a really nice day. The clouds are starting to come in, but hopefully we'll be able to do a little and see a little before it gets too cloudy. This is Katahdin Stream, the day use site, and we talked to the ranger to be sure that it was okay for us to park here, and it is, so that's awesome. But he did say he had to do a count first, so even though the girl said we could, you need to check in with the ranger if you're staying somewhere beside Katahdin Stream Day Use permitting. And he said that if we break tree line, we'll have a good view. He says it'll take us about 2 hours. Rain's supposed to come in at 5, so we may actually get to see a good view of it, and we'll be going up the AT. Well, there's all the stats. It's killing us leaving all this on the table, but at least we get to be here. We are thankful. I don't want to sound ungrateful. We truly are thankful. So we're at 1,000 feet. It's a long way up there. We're gonna head over here and see how far we can get. Campsites are nice. Privies have toilet paper. I was shocked. The lean-tos are, oh, there's another lean-to. Yeah, that's a good idea. See, they're not going to get wet in the rain tonight. Unlike some people we know. Yeah, the ranger said it was supposed to start raining at 5. So, hopefully, we can do what we're hoping to do and get to our campsite and not have it be a train wreck. Nice to see white blazes again. What's this say? All hikers, please register here. Okay, I guess we better do that. Walking along Abol stream made us remember to mention there is no potable water in the park, even in the campsites. So just bear that in mind. If you're coming in, you may want to bring some water if you got a car. If not, you'll need a filter. The stream is beautiful. Alrighty, off we go. I'm going to try to dolly on the way down, not on the way up. First mile was real easy, but it looks like things are going to change a little. It's 0.91, so we haven't quite come a mile. And again, this isn't hard. It's just a lot more rocks. And it looks like we're hitting the vertical. So when you come, the first mile is going to be fast. And it's going to be easy. At least if the weather's like this. Okay. They're pretty clear about it. You're responsible for your own safety. Set a turnaround time and stick to it. Which we have. 4.1 to Baxter Peak. We're not going to have enough time. Even if we were crazy enough to try it. Too bad. Okay, I lied. I had to, you know, this is Katahdin Stream. This is not Abol. We lied. Oh, this is so pretty. When you come, be sure you have plenty of time to enjoy it all. You're not just running up Big K. What an amazing view behind us. Wow. Trail changed and got like to be these big slopey climbs, which are going to be challenging on the way down. I'm trying not to think about it. And we are at Katahdin Stream Falls. Cool. Yeah, I may be spending most of the time coming down on my butt. Oh, there's the falls. Katahdin Falls. It's just beautiful. We are just about a mile and a half up, and we've been on trail like 43 minutes. Yeah, right now I'm wishing we had started earlier just in case we'd have had the juice to go all the way. But again, we won't have enough time, and I know once you get onto the tablelands it gets a little tricky, so we probably wouldn't have done it anyway. But so far, except for those slabs, which are not hard going up, but are going to be harder for me going down because I don't like that kind of thing. It's been pretty easy trail. Lots of steps. What do you think?
Pretty easy. But, you know, we're not the hard stuff yet.
Right, right. And we probably won't get there. You know, we'll just see, because we don't want to get caught in the rain, that's for sure. Weather up here can turn fast. This trail's just staying the same. Lots of rocks, but easier to get around. Of our favorites, front seat, you summited?
I did today.
Was it all you hoped for?
It was.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm not gonna cry.
I'll cry for you.
Okay.
Trail's getting harder for sure. After we saw front seat, we had a couple scrambles that were challenging enough going up, but I'm not looking forward to going down them. We are 2.1 in, and I think we're probably just going to go up to some of the viewpoints because getting down this is going to be tricky. We are almost to tree line. Ranger said it would take about 2 hours, and it's going to be right on the money, 2 hours. It's been tricky and very technical. We'll just reassess when we get up here. Not sure about this. This could be Laurel turning around. We'll see. Well, guys, this is as far as I'm comfortable going. We made it to the viewpoint for the tree line, but it's just getting super technical. And with me only having one hand, I'm more worried about getting down than I am up. And I'm starting to get a little scared. So I think we're gonna
picture these boulders up here behind you.
I'm videoing, but I will. It's beautiful, and we got a view, and we basically just about climbed halfway up. I mean, if I'd had my other hand, there'd have been no stopping me. So, Waymaker, I hope you'll have good use of your hand. If you can just use it, even if it's still in a brace, you'll be fine. Yeah, that's the way the trail goes, and you know, maybe I'd be fine, but we've got a long way to go down, and storms are going to be coming in, so I called it. So we've decided Rich is going to go down first. I hope I didn't make a bad life choice by coming up here. I watched a guy just go down, and he made it look easy, but he had two hands. So, yeah, just be careful, babe. I don't want to be filming you plummeting to the rocks below. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks from up here. Wish me luck. Got down off the ledge. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. I'm probably being a sissy. So off we go. Well, we're just going to walk down this. Guess who's going down on their can? Oh, dear. See, I'm a good upper. Even with one hand, I'm a good upper. I'm not the best downer. When I come back with two hands, I'll summit. Be careful. All right, you did. We're at the top of the falls. It's been about 3 hours and 45 minutes, and we've pretty much done the hard part. We have to go over those big rocks, but this is really pretty, and I want to take a second to enjoy it. This is that section of big rocks, which are not as scary when they're dry, but if it was raining, I'd be completely sleeping out and probably sliding around on my fanny down here. There's not a whole lot of them, but they are here for just a little minute, so factor that into your decisions when you're planning whether you're going to summit in the rain, if you're comfortable with this. So these are some of the picnic areas, camp areas. I guess this is, excuse me, all camp areas and lean-tos for Katahdin Stream. So these are the ones that are closest to the trail, obviously. The water is so good here. We are cameling up, filling the knock, and then we're gonna head over to our. The water out of this stream tastes better, I think, than anything I've had on this whole trip. It is so good. So we are gonna fill the knock, fill all the bottles, and take it with us because it's amazing. We have arrived at lean-to number 2, which is very good friends and neighbors with number 1. I think it'll work. I think we can get the tent in there, don't you?
Yeah, it's going to be cozy for who's ever on the back side.
Well, that's not going to be me. Oh, look, there's a free thingamajiggy. And there's our picnic table and our fire pit. Ranger station's right over there. And the Abol trail is like right out there. So we're going to set up housekeeping. We're just putting the broom to good use. That's the dust that comes off the road coming in. It was a nightmare. Yeah, I made the mistake of leaning up against. Oh, shoot, there goes the knock. Dean, this is Sheila. And I'm sorry, what's your name again? Cheryl.
And I'm True Grit.
True Grit. Do you have a trail name?
Yes, she does. Rock
What?
Face.
Rock Face. Okay,
Nice.
Gene, this is, I mean, I may put this on the channel because this is just too crazy. We came in to Abol 2, and we're like looking at Abol 1, and we're like, they better be cool because they're really close. So first of all, Sheila
She said that.
vacations in Inglewood, Florida, where I was born.
I'm actually a Florida resident now.
Yes.
Don't tell them here.
Don't tell them here. No, because she's camping in Maine. But literally, I mean, like, Inglewood is like this tiny little bug speck on the map. So here she is, and she's a quilter, which I happen to be. Cheryl is a court reporter. We're fairly certain we have met at a convention in Maine when I was president of our national association. What are the odds? The trail provides.
The trail provides.
Oh, and Jean, she's got a Bernina, so she's cool.
That was a setup for last night. We already took the sleeping pad down. It worked pretty well. I had a little bit of water on my side, of course. I guess maybe one of the roof leaks needs patched again. But by and large, it was great because it rained all night and tent's basically dry, and except for my sleeve of my shirt, we're pretty dry. So it worked out well. That was how we tied off the rope for the back of the tent. Put it in out through the ceiling, and it wrapped perfectly around there and hooked on itself.
Good evening. You can hear our friends from Abol 1. That's Sheila
That's a
and
show
Cheryl
over there.
and Pam. And it's like totally freaky. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the little clip I made for my friend Jean. But Sheila lives in Inglewood, Florida. It's a town about this big. It happens to be where I was born. Cheryl is a court reporter. She and I probably were at a convention about 20 years ago together. We aren't sure.
It was Old Home Week.
Yeah. And Sheila's a quilter. So am I. Pam, she's just cool. She showed up late. She's a physical therapist.
It was really, really Old Home Week.
It was just, what are the odds? So we come down from Katahdin, and we're both just kind of like, and we get here, and we set the tent up, which I need to film it because Rich outdid himself. It's not perfect, but dang, we've got the triplex in a shelter, and it's going to rain.
This shelter's not big enough for this tent.
No, it's not. But let's talk about the hike.
Oh, it was great. I mean, the climbing Katahdin was epic. I mean, it was hard and fun and just, you know.
I didn't do bad. When we got up to tree line, that last little, I literally had to roll myself up the rocks to get up there, and I was like, I'm like, how is it going to be getting down? Now, down ended up not being any big deal at all, but I was like, long ball.
She hit the wall.
Well, it was just, I didn't think we didn't have the time.
There's no way she was going up over that rebar.
Well, I didn't look at the rebar. And the thing is, the ranger told us there was rain at 5.
Yeah.
It was like 1 o'clock.
It's like 7 now, and there's no way.
I know, but that was not, if it had been 6 o'clock in the morning and we were up there at 8, I might have gone ahead and tried. Now, Sheila is lifelong Maine resident, and she's climbed all the 4,000 feet.
Yeah,
and
she's spent a lot of time hiking.
yeah, and she's hiked every bit of this mountain that there is. And she said that it was going to probably be hard for me with one hand. She said with two, with you had all 4, she'd be fine because, you got that far on 3. But it was the right thing to do.
But it was great going up. Our view was amazing. And
It was beautiful.
fun to walk.
And there were
walk that-
14 staters. I think 2.5 miles
that walk
down.
that so many before us have
Yeah, and we saw, and in front seat, oh my God,
Yeah,
that was
pretty cool
so
running into them on the
classic.
way down.
I mean, the last time we saw him, we were having breakfast together, and then I went out and broke my wrist. So it was just epic to see him, because he had to summit so he could get back for that wedding in California August 1st, and dude, you did it. Awesome.
But I mean, you hear so many stories from through hikers about the staff at Baxter being tough on
they were so nice to
yeah,
us.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, maybe just because we looked old and broke down. I don't know, but
they
they
let
were
us in,
super
and
nice. Yeah.
We went to Katahdin and
Katahdin Stream, and he was just like, "Let me count cars." He goes, "You're cool."
Yeah,
So
we jumped out. And,
I mean, maybe if we'd gone earlier, we wouldn't have been able to go. Because I said to Rich, man, if we'd have come earlier, maybe we could have tried to go. Who knows? Maybe we'd have summited. I don't know. But this is exactly what we were supposed to do. It just is. So tomorrow, it's supposed to start raining any minute. The girls, I hope, will get their s'mores before it starts to pour.
yeah.
But we're going to get up, and when we get service, we're going to try to call Gary.
We're going to try to hook up with him. And
Yeah,
see
Gary
what
was
to
going to
do.
help us in Maine, and he's
And he
reached
reached
out
out.
to us,
Yeah,
and we
that
have
was
no
great.
service, of course. So we're going to reach out to Gary. We want to try to stay in Rangeley if we can, because the girl I talked to on the phone at the Maine State Park says it's absolutely her favorite state park. So, we're going to work our way back through Maine. We're hoping maybe we'll run into, the folks we've talked about running into, and do a little trail magic, it's hard. We go 1 minute. As soon as I didn't go further, I had regret.
Yeah,
But,
tell me about it.
it's just, this is our journey.
It's all right.
And we don't know. We were talking about it. Will we come back and do the
Did you get that
443?
close?
I think she did. I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But,
Never know what
we're going to
happens.
do the best we can. That's all.
That's it.
And this has been a blast. Baxter has been awesome.
Yeah.
And I will film the tent in the morning.
That's it from here. Hi, kids.